Welcome to day 3 of MX SportsCenter from the Red Bull AMA Amateur National Motocross Championships here at Loretta Lynn Ranch. Jason Wigan has brought his hoarse voice back for the 7th straight year on this show. Kevin Kelly, I'm not the only one hurting. Everyone's feeling the pain here at the ranch. We got this photographer right here.
Sorry, that's Brent from Verb. So hot, trying to take care of his body out there. The 50 kids, though, they're having no problems at all, man. They've been down at the creek. Mom snatches them up. They're playing with Matchbox cars. Says, time to go racing, little Timmy. There they are.
Very good. The temperature's a little bit better today because it did rain last night, but as Brent, who is dealing with some rashes, as you saw walk by, he's feeling it. Tom Beatty, who's been shooting photos here for 30 years now, has to have the crunchiest sounding knee joints in the business.
Yeah, there's no cartilage left. It's just bone on bone. Just lifting that camera up, taking photo after photo. He was face down in the creek earlier, bubbling coming out, but he's all right.
Trying to find the motivation. So everyone's broken down a little bit. Speaking of that, our 50 class are out on the track. I'm going to make a few scoring corrections.
They shouldn't have a problem with that. You're good.
Now, so their results are totally screwed up now, and I'm sure the parents will not complain at all.
No, 50 parents are great.
They're good. Let's get to some highlights from today's racing. We'll have Collegeboy, and we'll have C classes, a couple of others. We'll give you a little variety on our show on day 3. College BC, good mix of 2 and 4 strokes here, and a variety of different ages in this class. One of the 4 strokes is going to get the whole shot here on the Honda.
There he is, number 28. It is Ian Millett. That's the way you want to start your race. Can you finish it like that, out front?
One rider to watch is Cody Gragg with a bad start of this one. You got to go over the pile up. The number 8 goes down. That's Matt Creasy.
Yeah, Clinton Duff as well, number 73 on the Yamaha. Both those guys got a big job ahead of them.
Sam Landry in the number 2 spot catches up to that 28 of Millett. They battle for the lead, but we mentioned the 39. He's in 3rd and on the charge.
Yeah, that's Cody Gragg. Got that 2-stroke working for him. He's eating some roost now, but he's going to make a pass here in just a minute.
Look at this to the inside. A little 2-stroke horsepower working. And he works his way all the way up into the number 1 spot. Gragg, who actually races GNCCs and motocross, Yamaha's real high on this kid, goes to the number 1 spot.
Look at that FMF pipe. They're proud to have him out there.
So as he tries to take off, Millett actually will run into equipment problems and have to drop from this one after grabbing the whole shot.
Yeah, there's a battle there. Hey, let's say at the same time, that's Jeffrey Lewis and Austin Burns. Lewis will try to hold off Burns, but nothing doing. Burns makes the pass.
So that moves Burns on the 41 up to 3rd. He's going to try to run down Landry here, and then he makes the pass to get in the number 2 spot. That's critical because Burns had a 2nd in the first moto, 2-2. He's holding all the cards because the first moto winner, Van Martin, would struggle to 7th in this one. And Gragg would go on to take the win, but he was only 5th in moto number 1. Here are your results from College BC. Gragg and his family are happy, but they're going to need some good luck in Moto 3 to get this title from Burns. Let's go to some more vet class racing, the junior 25-plus class. All right, technically those aren't vets. Robbie Reynard out front, and he needs a moto win here because first moto was disastrous for him.
Yeah, he went down, and that was it. Blew the radiator off the bike.
Yeah, so we ended with a DNF. Now he's just racing out here for the style. There's Augie Lieber behind him. Then you get a battle, Clark Stiles and Jimmy Evans. They were 1-2 in the first moto.
Yeah, that's where the championship sits, so it's right between those two guys right there in that picture. Clark making the pass on Lieber.
That's actually Evans right there.
Oh, sorry about that.
And he rolls up on Lieber right here, and then you see Evans, the 3rd Kawasaki, trying to follow him through. So Stiles moved up to the number 2 spot. There's no chance of catching Reynard in this one. He was gone and gone early.
Yeah, he was, and Clark needs to rethink that gear. Yellow and green just don't match to me.
Really?
No.
I thought they were kind of the same color wheel palette.
Yellow and blue make green, though.
So now Evans has made the move on Lieber, so that'll put him up in the 3rd. He did everything he could to keep Stiles close. He knows he needs to beat him in this moto, or Stiles can control his own destiny in Moto 3. How about Reynard? Classic. Robbie Reynard wearing Fox gear like he did back in the day. Killing it here at Loretta's.
Yeah, he was styling there, making up for lost time in that first moto. Oh, a little sideways there, Clark. Hang on. But Evans putting the charge together.
Yeah, Evans again was 1 spot behind Clark in Moto 1. He knew he needed to get him in Moto 2. Couldn't quite pull it off. Reynard's going to take the moto win. Stiles going to take 2nd. Evans takes 3rd. Robbie Reynard back on the podium like old school at Loretta's. We're going to turn the music off here and let you enjoy the sounds of Schoolboy 1. That's 125 2-strokes. I don't know if you remember those. You probably don't remember how to ride them. Anyway, early lead. Watch for this 41 Suzuki of Jace Owen. He's going to be chased by the 71 of Nick Gaines. Not going to make it last, though, for these two. It seemed like it would be a private duel, but not for long. A couple of Yamahas will be a factor before this one was over.
Yeah, Gaines washed out just before the 10 Commandments. Everybody moves up a spot, and Jace Owens has it a little bit easier for a little bit.
There's Gaines trying to chase Owens down early on, and he got Chris Alldredge in the 72 Yamaha move up to third. Owen was looking good up front.
Yeah, it was his race to win, man, all by himself. There's Alldredge there, 72 on the Yamaha.
Gaines would go down. Got the 21 of Claudio Leocata in third, so they would take advantage of the Gaines crash out of the number 2 spot. Then Alldredge keeping Jace Owen honest, and then Owen goes down.
Yeah, look at this. Boom, dude ran right on the top of that guy's bike, and that is Jace Owen.
So Owen, scratch him from moto win contention, gets back on the track. Don't worry, he lost quite a few positions before he got back on. So now it's Alldredge going from third to second to first. Leocata is in the number 2 spot, but way back. Alldredge in a big lead.
There's a shot of that. There's Leocata on the 21 machine. There's the first shot of Bisceglia. He wants to run down Leocata.
Yeah, Bisceglia got the first moto win in this class, so he wants points in this one. He would eventually catch up to Leocata and take second. Too late to do anything with Alldredge, but no. Alldredge goes down, and suddenly we have a nail-biter on our hands late in this moto. Bisceglia would run him down, get close, but not close enough, and watch the style.
Oh, big one-hander there, and hang on for this one. Whoa, one-footer there.
Wow, stylish, these Yamaha boys. Alldredge and Bisceglia go 1-2, and Leocata on another YZ 125 rounds out the top 3. Let's give some of the C-Class riders some love. This is 450C. Hole shot, big hole shot. Gonna go to the 71. I like the red boots.
Yeah, look at that, the old school Scott boots there.
I think so. That is a Gatlin Hubbard out of Mississippi with the early lead. But you got to watch that 37 of Hugh Mcdonald making tracks.
Hugh Mcdonald, he's a broker by day, though, man. He can get you set up. Look at that, they're cutting the track. What happened?
I don't know if we can explain this. A rider would go down to the start. They wanted the leader to go wide in that turn, so he just said,
all right,
I'll just go straight through the turn.
And the entire field went straight, and then they returned the track to its normal layout, and no problems for anybody else.
There's 37 making passes. Hugh Mcdonald, he said he's the one to watch. He can get around Hubbard and take over the lead and then take off from there. Not bad form to those 10 commandments for a C-Class rider.
Now, that guy looks factory, man. I was sitting out there watching him on the parade lap like, dude, he will dust you. The bike looks great. He looks good.
Yeah. Hubbard here, as Hubbard got away, Hubbard in the number 2 spot as McDonald got away third. Yeah, it's still an odd combination. Red boots, red gloves, yellow gear, blue bike. Here's everybody else in the C-Class. Just going to give you an idea of the skill level of a C-Class to the National. These guys go pretty good.
Yeah, doing that section that the pros and everybody else are doing, 3.34, something crazy like that.
Actually, today's lap times are quite a bit mixed up as we watch the 84 Spencer Casey, who eventually ended up 4th in this one. 25 Dylan Rouse, who finished 3rd. Here is Hugh Mcdonald taking the moto win, matching what he did in Moto 1, so he's looking forward to a championship. All right, going to wrap this show up. The 50s continue. They get basically an hour long of racing, and what they do with the 50 classes, if you haven't been here, they always race at the same time of day, so the new parents that are probably not used to this format don't have to follow the schedule. They just know their motos start at 11.
Yeah, it's hard enough to keep up with everything that's going on here at the ranch and knowing you just race at 2 o'clock. You wake them up from their little nap, watching Curious George or whatever, bring them out, let them race, and then send them back to their little crib and whatever they were doing before.
A lot of changes here. We've brought in a youth beginner class for the 85cc bikes. We've split up the girls class age groups, just trying to get a little stimulus into the next generation. The lead law definitely did some damage. I think that thing's finally behind us, but we're trying to rebuild this sport, do the grassroots. But speaking of grassroots, we did get to see the highlights of that Schoolboy 1 class on a 125. That one, that's old school racing right there.
Absolutely, the 125 class, a beautiful thing to hear and see. And if you'll remember, Ryan Dudgy, right from that class into the big rig with Roger DeCoster, so you know how important a win is there. Might be the most important win of the week. Who knows? That class is big time.
So we're going to be watching that through Moto 3. Thanks for joining us on day 3. We'll be back with more tomorrow from the Red Bull AMA Amateur National Motocross Championships. I'm right here at Loretta Lynn Ranch.